Well, I made it to the Dominguez-Escalante Canyon. It's actually a national conservation area. And I'm kind of getting myself set up, getting some wood cut and everything like that. I'll show you in just a second. But one thing I wanted to show, it says here, for your safety, jumping or diving from the rock, shore, or any other means into the water is prohibited. When I show you the water, you'll see I'm not going to be jumping from anything to get into that water, I promise you. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to climb down this to get into that. Even getting close to the edge, it's like vertigo. And then of course you're looking at the foundation that you're standing on thinking, okay, they actually identified the people. Well, they say many, but there's only, I think, 8 or 9 on the board that have died here for whatever reason, probably drowning or hitting rocks or whatever. Again, it's not to be trifled with. And one of the individuals was 55. Bing, 55. So I'm not going to be trying anything stupid anytime in the near future. Well, no snow so far, but got hail. Tiny pieces of hail. So little pieces of ice as opposed to flakes. But there's still a lot of clouds in the sky and the day is young. When I was a kid, we used to say that this was the devil beating his wife. I wonder if anybody can tell me what y'all called it. When it's raining, but the sun's out. Again, we used to call it the devil is beating his wife. Leave me a comment. Tell me. I'm going to try to hold this camera in such a way that the wind isn't too obtrusive because it is still a little bit windy. I went ahead and took my tarp down. As you can see, it's kind of rolled up there. I'll put it up a little bit later once the wind dies down. Hopefully it does. It's kind of hard to tell. Had a rainstorm come through. The sun's still out, but the clouds are forming, so not sure how that's going to pan out. But I'm doing the best I can to capture as much solar as I can. So I'm getting in about 116, 120, somewhere around there, which is not bad for the cloud cover. Got an impromptu wash on the back here, but need to do a little bit more pressure because it's a little bit of road grime on it. And then that's the list I was talking about, in memory of those who lost their lives at the potholes, which is what this is called. And as you can see there, my man on June 29th, 1980, 55 years old. Not sure what he was thinking or what he did, but I would take it seriously. It says right here, extremely dangerous conditions exist due to the combination of the form of the potholes and the rotating water currents. Many deaths, it says many, there's 8 right there, occurred, especially during the spring when the water's high. And as you can see, these currents would send you in a loop that would almost be infinite. Just keep pulling you down if you hit the right spot between the potholes. So I wouldn't want to mess with it. And as you saw earlier, the climb would be pretty daunting anyway. So I've got my setup, it's all good. And I've got my wood station. I've got some stuff that I found just sitting over there on the ground. They say don't pick anything up, but I'm just going to use that as kind of a kindling along with the cardboard I've collected. This piece of wood, this log right there, and this is basically the same thing, but I've already cut it using this agawa. which is actually a pretty cool tool. Folds down pretty small. They were laying just right over there on the other side of the fire pit. So I know they're not indigenous to this area. They say that they don't want us to, they don't want anybody to pick up wood, but whoever brought that in didn't want to cut it, and so I took advantage of it. And then that was laying just at the entrance whenever I came in. I just threw that up on top of the wood that I bought before I came here. So I should have enough firewood for 2 nights if the wind and the rain cooperate with me. And I also hope to be able to put the drone up and fly through this canyon, especially a little lower down by the water line, depending on the wind, because I can tell you that when it kicks in this canyon, it starts kicking pretty good. And the last thing I want is for that drone to either go down into the water or onto the other side, because I don't have any way to get over there. And if it blew it back over on this side, it'd be, well, not okay, but I can stand it. Anyway, we'll see. A lot of times I just take video, usually like a time-lapse video of a sunset. But one of the things that I actually find sometimes more beautiful, especially when you're in a canyon like this, sunrises and sunsets take on a different meaning, or perspective at least. Because you can see, like, off in the distance here, right there, you can see the shadow as the sun sets, and of course that rises up over the top of the mountain, and then tomorrow morning the sunrise will do the same thing with the sun coming down over the other side. And it just, like, not only the colors in the sky and the clouds and everything else, which hasn't really transpired yet, you can just look at the different light that you see from that angle. Couldn't see during the day because it was almost coming straight down, or obviously an incremental angle. Just a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to see the same thing from a different perspective. Fire going. I'd say that it's a definite coal base fire. I had to rush it to that point, tossing logs around and whatnot, because there is a significant change in the wind from the north. Technically, I guess it would be the northeast, but anyway, it's pretty significant, and I do not like strong winds, especially when they're blowing off in the distance and you can see green foliage. That would be potential fuel. So we'll just keep the fire down and see what we can do about that. I wonder if anybody can think about a situation like this working for them. Nice valley gorge, water flowing in the background. Barely hear it, but it's just down the hill. And the weather's cooperating. Fire for the night. Never mind. It looks like I've got way bigger fish to fry than the wind that's blowing from the northeast. What's brewing from the west, from the southwest, is much more significant. Yeah, as storms go, this is wow. This is pretty interesting because it's stretching across the gorge here, which typically you'd expect, but with this ferocity and the wind behind me, and lightning coming in, interesting enough, I'm probably going to end up inundated here pretty quickly, and that fire that you heard or see behind me, this fire here, it's going to be going out very quickly, but I'm going to enjoy it while I can.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
All the best, always.
Wanna come down to the underground old school? Here's a shovel, can you dig it, fool?